HMCS Windsor is a long-range hunter-killer submarine of the Royal Canadian Navy, the second submarine of the Victoria class. She is named after the city of Windsor, Ontario. Built for the Royal Navy as the Upholder-class submarine HMS Unicorn, she was purchased by Canada when the United Kingdom decided to move to an all-nuclear power fleet. Design. HMCS Windsor's displacement is approximately 2,200 tons surfaced and 2,400 tons submerged, covered in anechoic tiles to reduce her detection by active sonar. The submarine is 70.3 meters long, 7.6 meters across the beam, and has a deep diving depth in excess of 200 meters. The main hull is constructed of high-tensile steel sections stiffened by circular internal frames. Equipment located outside the main hull is covered by the casing, which also gives the crew a safe walkway when the submarine is surfaced. The fin, which helps support the masts, serves as a kind of keel and provides a raised conning position. HMCS Windsor has 6 torpedo tubes and can carry up to 18 Mark Chapter 48 Mod 4 heavyweight torpedoes for use against surface and subsurface targets. HMCS Windsor's sonar sets allow her to locate and track ships and other submarines passively, that is, without transmitting on active sonar and thus giving away her location. She is fitted with radar for general navigation, attack and search periscopes, and an electronic support measures suite. The ship has 2 diesel generators, each capable of producing up to 1,410 kilowatts, and 1 main motor. The generators are used to charge 2 main batteries, each consisting of 240 battery cells. These batteries are used to power the submarine, which can reach a submerged speed of up to 20 knots. Construction. The submarine was laid down as HMS Unicorn at Camel Laird's Birkenhead Yard on the 13th of March 1990. She was launched on the 16th of April 1992, and commissioned into the Royal Navy on the 25th of June 1993. She was the last ship built at Camel Laird until construction began on HMS Queen Elizabeth. In June 2010, operational history. Royal Navy. Unicorn operated in the Mediterranean and east of Suez, the Gulf of Oman and Indian Ocean, and in the Persian Gulf. She returned to Devonport and was decommissioned on the 16th of October 1994. Transfer. Looking to discontinue the operation of diesel-electric boats, the British government offered to sell Unicorn and her sister submarines to Canada in 1993. The offer was accepted in 1998. The 4 boats were leased to the Canadians for $427 million, with the lease to run for 8 years. After this, the submarines would be sold for £1. Problems were discovered with the piping welds on all 4 submarines, which delayed the reactivation of Unicorn and her 3 sisters. Unicorn was handed over to the Royal Canadian Navy on the 6th of August 2001, and was commissioned as HMCS Windsor on the 4th of October 2003. Royal Canadian Navy. From 27 to 30 September 2004, Windsor took reporters and photographers from Halifax and Windsor newspapers to document life aboard a submarine. During April 2006, the submarine was involved in Exercise Joint Express. In 2007, the submarine entered Halifax for refit. Originally scheduled for completion in 2 years, the refit was still not complete as of early 2011. During the refit, rust was discovered which will restrict the maximum depth to which the submarine can safely dive. According to reports, a number of unexpected problems have led to delays and cost overruns. These include bad welds in the hull, broken torpedo tubes, a faulty rudder and tiles on the side of the sub that continually fall off. In the year 2010 alone, the Royal Canadian Navy spent $45 million million on repairs to HMCS Windsor, for which it had budgeted $17 million. The refit of Windsor took much longer to complete than anticipated. The refit began in 2007 and was scheduled to be completed in 2009. However, it was indicated that Windsor would not be fully operational until almost 2013. She was relaunched on the 11th of April 2012. Due to the length of time in dry dock in Halifax for so long, the Navy had to spend thousands of dollars just trying to keep the pigeons from roosting in the vessel. On the 11th of April 2012, after being out of the water for 5 years, Windsor was lowered back into the water. The submarine was then guided out of the lift area to a nearby dock where it was to remain for more testing until its 3 to 5 month sea trials, which were scheduled to begin at the end of April 2012. Shortly afterwards, one of the engines was declared unusable, and Windsor was dry-docked in March 2014. Work is scheduled to be completed in September at a projected cost of $1.5 million. Windsor is the only Canadian submarine deployed in the Atlantic. The work was expanded in June 2014 to incorporate other maintenance needs on the submarine, as well as a main sonar system upgrade for a total cost of $18 million. These upgrades are expected to be completed in October 2014. On the 8th of October 2014, HMCS Windsor completed her dry dock maintenance and upgrade cycle and was refloated. In fall 2015, Windsor deployed for large NATO naval exercises Joint Warrior and Trident venture with Athabascan, Halifax, Montreal, Goose Bay and Summerside, returning on the 17th of December. On the 15th of February 2016, while operating off the U.S. East Coast, one of her batteries was found leaking a discharge. The submarine put into Norfolk, Virginia, where she awaited specialists from Canada to arrive. After repairs were performed at Norfolk, Windsor returned to Halifax in March 2016. The submarine deployed in June 2016 to participate in NATO naval exercises off the coast of Norway. However, while in transit, one of the submarine's diesel generators refused to engage. The submarine returned to Halifax for repairs, which were effected, and the submarine sailed for Europe a week later. The submarine returned to Halifax on the 9th of August.